a good Thursday practice, really focused on some end-of-game situations, final 2-minute drives, as well as some special team situations at end of games. Came out very healthy today, no injuries to report, which is always a good day. Really looking forward to getting back in the Coliseum on Saturday, and we'll really be focusing on some of our younger kids and some of our 2s and 3s and seeing where they are. We got a pretty good feel for some of the older kids right now and what they're capable of, and really going to try to focus on some of the newcomers and see where they're at. So really looking forward to that Saturday. With that, I'll answer any questions that you got.
How's your right arm after you're working out with Matter Baby? You seem like you can still throw a spin.
I can barely. I won't be able to raise it tomorrow, but it was sore today after yesterday. It'll be even sore tomorrow.
What have you seen from Daniel during that time?
You're seeing him gain a little bit more confidence. He's sticking his foot in the ground. His speed is increasing by the day, and he's really close. He's such a valuable member of our offense and such a weapon that we want to make sure absolutely sure he's 100%. So we really haven't rushed this thing, and over the last 2 days, we just wanted to see him move and make functional football movements and see where he's at. And he's looking good. I'm hoping to start integrating him back probably next week.
What about Josh and Matter Baby? What have you seen from him in this camp?
Yeah, he's really had his last 4 days has really put together 4 back-to-back practices, both on offense and on special teams. He's always been a physically strong kid. The light seems to come on for everybody different at different times, and for Josh, it kind of has clicked on here over this week, and he actually earned a couple spots on our special teams, and he's starting to make plays offensively. So it's good to see.
With the stuff that you want to emphasize differently from last year with the mental mistakes and some false starts and fumbles, I know a lot of coaches have different methods. Like Johnny uses quizzes, and T has his app, and Deland has his fumble ball. What are some of the other methods that coaches are using for that goal, and what's the progress towards what you want?
Well, I think every coach, just like you said, has their own format. They know what they have to be able to get done, and I don't try to handcuff coaches in to say, hey, you have to do it this way. I hired them to do their job and trust them to do their job, and one of the things when you saw, like I'll give an example, like when Deland came in, you look at his backs at Indiana. I think they had 1 fumble the entire year last year at the end of the game by a walk-on running back. And I look at this camp, and knock on wood, there hasn't been a fumble, but he focuses on it. And you get what you coach, and that's more of what I say to the guys is, our points of emphasis at each position, and we have to be able to find ways to be able to, one, teach our guys better ball security, better fundamentals, catching the ball, staying on sides, whatever it might be. And our guys are doing a good job. They really are. Coaches, I'm proud of them. We've come together as a group also, as well as our team over the last year, and I think they know what I anticipate them doing, and I see it out here.
Have you gotten on Clay's or on T's app yet? Have you tested out?
I have not. T is one of the most technological people. He comes up with something new each and every year, and that's why he's one of the most complete coaches I've ever been around. He finds ways to keep his players engaged. Whether it's pro NFL cut-ups, showing the guys, whether it's the app, whether it's production charts where they're competing. He's one of those guys that he keeps his guys engaged and competing at all times, and thank goodness he's here.
Is Saturday's mock game going to be thud, or is it going to be takedown?
No, we'll have some live tackling. We've had some good live tackling in this camp, and you always hold your breath when you do it. But I want to try to get one more in prior to starting to work on our first opponent in Western Michigan. So we will have some live periods in that. It's been a good physical camp, and Saturday's kind of our last day before we break and start on Western Michigan.
What does Nico Fowler bring to the table this summer?
Nico's doing a great job. We've seen him for 2 years now. Just make the most of his opportunity, and he's one of those guys that is a self-made man. He's a student of the game, really works his craft and has really done a great job this off season of really developing his core strength. You know, he's had some back issues, and one of the things that I've seen is not only is he living in the weight room, but he's really living. You know, he's living in that rehab center, just preventative rehab, to be able to focus on core strength and really help that back out. All righty, guys, y'all are easy. I'll see y'all.